one of the things I want to do is I want to do public speaking. I want to get out in front of people. I've always wanted to do it my whole life. And we'll call it motivational speaking at that point, because that's what I thought it was. And I thought, I never really thought of that. Shortly after that meeting, the church was building another building on their property, and they needed people to go and speak to parishioners about getting money, about fundraising, and to tell them the story about the plans and all these things. And so I volunteered with this group at church, and I started doing speaking, and I had done very little prior to that. And it was going really well. I was getting people to respond. Other people that had volunteered were asking me to fill their slot because they didn't feel comfortable getting up and talking. And it was very natural for me. It didn't matter how many people were in the room, as long as there's a microphone, or I sometimes don't even need that. I would just get up and speak in front of people, and it was very comfortable. I knew what I was talking about. One of the people that were listening to me came to me after one of the days and started talking to me about his company. And lo and behold, I ended up going to work for this guy in a totally different industry and ending up being the vice president of sales at this company. In addition to that, I was doing a lot of networking with the Chamber of Commerce in Poway, and their chamber CEO had left. And I said, you know what, instead of hiring somebody right away, why don't you just I'll do an interim position. And they thought, well, that was a good idea. They paid me a little bit of money, and I went and I started running the chamber part-time, finding out that it was the train wreck. They were going out of business. They were running in the red. And I was able to, do some things to get that turned around. And then ended up becoming the full-time CEO and president at the chamber.